could start singing On the Road again. I'm on Newfound Gap Road, bisecting the park, coming up on Chimney tops. Don't know if they'll show up here in the picture yet. The trees canopy is pretty dense. They may or may not show up. Had a pretty good shot of them earlier, but the camera fell off the dashboard, so we had to start over again. Today was going to be Sliding Rock Day, and I decided Sliding Rock. I did it last year. I'm not into that 2.5 hour drive to get over there, but I did want to go through the park. So today I'm going to do something different. I've always passed through Cherokee, maybe stopping for a few minutes here and there, shopping, eating, or whatever. I'm going to go to Cherokee, and I'm going to kind of absorb what Cherokee is all about. So our first stop after we get through the park is going to be Mingo Falls. Very nice waterfall I saw on Yankee in the south. So we'll check that out. Last year I found some rope swings. See if I can find them again. Maybe the water's deep enough. There's Chimney tops. There's a good shot of it. And then we'll just kind of see what transpires. I do have some extra clothes in case I do end up in the water, so we'll see what transpires, see what kind of gift shops we can find or attractions we can find over here, and I'll check in with you when I get to Newfound Gap. I lied. I'm here with you at Chimney Tops Trailhead. There was one parking space left. I was going to go on past, but again, there's one parking space left. Yankee in the south. Will and Dawn. Highly recommend this place, especially in the fall, but we're in the middle of summer. And you can hear the water rushing down there. Sounds like a great place to stop and take a nice look at the creek, or Little Pigeon River, as it is known. We call those creeks where I'm from. And check that out and do something I've never done before, because I've never been down here. I'm not going all the way up to Chimney Tops. It's a mile 0.75 from here, and you can't go all the way anyway. So we'll go down here, take a look at the creek and see what there is to see, and move on. Look at that. That was definitely worth a little detour. There's the other side of the bridge. It was a lot hotter than it is right now. It's probably about 68 degrees. It's still morning. That would be a great little swimming hole. But I bet that water is ice cold this far up in the elevation. Yeah, if it was hot like it was earlier this week or around the 4th of July, that'd be a great little spot to jump in. I may stick my finger in down there and just get a feel for how cold the water is, but it looks like it's somewhat accessible if you don't mind falling over the rocks. Like another deep pool up that way. See if I can zoom in on it a little bit. And not necessarily deep, maybe waist to chest high. Deep enough to get in and get wet if you wanted to cool off on a hot day. Again, it's not that warm out here. Rhododendrons are in bloom. We'll go a little deeper into up the trail here. Rhododendrons in bloom on this side too. Kelly was the one with the green thumb, but I do recognize a few flowers, and I recognize rhododendrons when I see them. Yeah, I'm going to go down there and stick my finger in the water and see what the verdict is on how cold it is. But not hold. Maybe I'll put the camera, turn the camera back on when I get down there. I'm not going to try to crawl down there with the camera on. Close up of water. That's bone chilling, folks. You saw me swimming in the little river up the Y earlier in the week, or over the weekend. Yeah, this is very different water here. This is ice cold. That water was cold, but this is ice cold. So, yeah, it has to be really hot, and you wouldn't want to be in it for very long. So, maybe on the way back. We'll see. I probably recorded this last year, but here it is again, the famous over and under, or under and over, depending on which way you're going, tunnel on Newfound Gap Road. It was decided to double the road back over itself again because the climb from Chimney Tops to here, Chimney Tops trailhead to here would have been so steep. Passenger cars of the era might have had problems with it. Some passenger cars of this era might have problems with it, but makes for a neat little milepost when you're driving on up here. It's like, oh, it's the over and under tunnel. So, and I'm gonna sign off again until I get to Newfound Gap, unless something else pops up that's interesting to take a look at. Literally in the clouds at Newfound Gap. I'm not going to spend a lot of video here. I highlighted it last year, and this is where I met the guy who was restoring the old classic Volkswagen Bug. I got some shots of him driving around in that, and can't really beat that. So, unless I see something else is interesting. But we all know this is Caitlin's favorite spot in the park. This is where she got to stand where a president once stood, where Franklin Roosevelt gave the dedication speech to open the park. And usually this is just considered a rest stop. So there's, of course, the Appalachian Trail, the leg that goes through the Smokies right here. You can walk a little bit on it. You can walk all the way to Maine from here if you want to. I don't know anybody who would want to, but I've known some people that did it, or claim they're going to do it. Go get some shots from the overlook down here. Here's the main overlook, looking back towards Gatlinburg, down there somewhere. If you look real close, and I'll zoom in, you can see Newfound Gap Road winding its way up through the mountains on the Tennessee side. I'm standing in North Carolina right now. I parked in Tennessee and walked to North Carolina. Well, here we are on the road again. Just left Newfound Gap, driving down the mountain on the North Carolina side. I can't get the camera stabilized on the tripod. The tripod wants to go everywhere, so I'm holding it for this short stint. Probably should have pulled into there and fixed it, but because I'm going to have to take some active driving, I'm going to have to put the camera down, because as we go down the hill, I'm going to be doing using the transmission for braking. Unlike most of the Flatlanders that come down here, I know how to not overheat my brakes coming down the mountain. I've been here enough. So sign off now. When I find a spot to get the camera back on the dash where it won't go sliding and flying everywhere, I will turn it back on maybe, and we'll catch some other on the road video. Now I've made it to Cherokee and Mingo Falls. I'm sitting here at the parking lot. I guess it's a hike. Looks like it's uphill, but it looks like they've got steps to climb up instead of just running right up the hill. Glad the good old Equinox has got a good parking brake on it. I'll swing the camera around here and I will show you what the front's pointed right at. Right at the creek. No guardrail or anything. So, but she's never let me down before, so I'll either check in with you from the falls, or if anything interesting pops up along the trail, I'll pop up and show you that.
No, you did not have to.
Apparently Mingo Falls is named after a mean old bear. I did not record coming up the steps because I was trying to use the handrail. It's a group. I wanted to, the people in the back were going too slow, but I don't understand it. The lady in the front acted like she didn't want me to pass her, so I had to pour on some steam to finally get past all of them. But luckily, I'm in fairly decent shape for a man of 62. So we're coming up to the falls themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the camera running so you can see what I see. Look at that. This goes on forever, doesn't it? That is very, very impressive. It's very nice of the tribe to open this up free of charge to the public park. One more shot of the falls here from the comfort of the benches on the observation deck. And I'm going to shut up and just let it run for a while. I'll let you enjoy it. Here are the steps from the top. I wonder if these were here before. I know last year when I was here, the Cherokee had this shut down. They were redoing everything. And these steps look brand new. So I wonder if this was just a steep trail. Because unlike this trail to Kauai, which Jimbo ain't doing this year, this didn't take me out very bad. It's about the same length too, a half a mile. But Kauai, the last time I did that with the girls, that was 6 years ago, and that knocked me out. Heading down, gonna head in on into Cherokee, see what I can find. This water actually feels pretty good. The bottom's pretty silty though. Not like the stone and gravel bottoms on the Tennessee side. Nice and calm right here. Not much current at all. That's because they got some dams put up a little ways up here, rock dams. I'll be riding over them. Yeah, I'm good and wet. Feels good. This is a little rockier and sandier and less silty out in the middle. See if we can get a shot of the bottom. And my tube is floating away. Who needs to spend money on Dollywood? I could have done this my whole trip. Well, water is moving a little faster. We're getting some propulsion. I think for a relaxing day, just letting your rear ends hang in the water, I like this a lot better than the Y over in Tennessee. I like the Y. I love swimming there. But just sometimes those rapids can be a little hard on you, banging into rocks. This is pretty nice. If somebody doesn't throw rocks at me, I'll be in good shape. I'll have to remember to come over here for tubing. Comes the class something rapids. I don't know how to class rapids. Do you? No clue. I'm bumping rear end. This is where I got to get out. So, signing off for the moment. On my second trip downstream, we'll start with a dive. awesome place. You know, Fort Harrison State Park in Indianapolis used to be like this until they put fencing up, blocking off swimmers and fishermen from the creek because they were worried about erosion. The Cherokee, they plant the correct plantings along the bank to prevent erosion and allow people to enjoy the water. Rapids are on their way. Here they come again. Or I'm on my way to the rapids. I guess that's the way I should. Trying to get away from that bush. Keep getting run into the side. What an amazing float trip. You can tell I obviously enjoyed myself. Water was just absolutely amazing. Definitely this is going to get added to a Smoky's vacation itinerary. Signing off from Anakeesta Islands Park in Cherokee, North Carolina. Here we are on the new Crystal Express. Boy, did we, okay, now we're accelerating. Now we're moving. I got one with the transparent floor. I guess if you're scared of heights like I am, it's best just to face your fears, right? I don't want to face my fears. I'm afraid of them. Well, I guess I'll record Gatlinburg. We're going down. I signed off earlier from Anakeesta, but I forgot to. Anakeesta, it was a Anakeesta Islands Park in Cherokee. Say it right. But forgot to mention that I am going to Anakeesta this evening, specifically to see Astra Lumina. So hopefully they let you record in there during that. I'll get some nice after dark shots of that nighttime show. But I think I'll stop this until I get a little closer to the top. Here we are, closer to the top. Well, you really do move. It's a lot faster, a lot nicer and faster than the old way. And I'm gonna have to get out of here fast, so as soon as we cross the threshold here, I'll be shutting this thing off. Welcome to Anakeesta. So look at that. Anakeesta Treetop Skywalk. Here where I can use the handrail.
Or not. Or not.
Really blood.
I could hear you, man. I didn't know they had tree frogs and katydids in outer space.
Oh, the stars. Yeah, light pollution होती है ना।
Whoa! Well, that was certainly a unique experience. Recap today. He went with me across Newfound Gap. We went into Cherokee. Went to Mingo Falls. Went tubing in the Anakeesta River. And back to Gatlinburg again for Anakeesta. That's quite a day. And as we descend down to the beautiful lights of Gatlinburg, I bid you adieu. I didn't know quite what to expect from Astra Lumina. It was something unusual. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's been a long day. We started out this morning heading down the road to Cherokee. Made a couple of stops along the way. Went to Mingo Falls, went for a dip in the Anakeesta River, and headed back over here for Anakeesta. So, see what we can get into tomorrow. Good night.